Are you a successor trustee, and is it time to sell mom or dad's house? If you are, this video series is designed specifically for you. I'm Alan Taylor with the Alan Taylor Real Estate Group, and I'm going to go over 10 steps that you can take to make sure that you manage this type of sale accurately and efficiently. A trust sale is when a successor trustee is selling the property on behalf of somebody who's passed away. And once the sale is complete, they then get to distribute the assets to the beneficiaries named in the trust. So the most common differences between a standard sale and a trust sale are the legal obligations of the seller. In a standard sale, you've lived in the house, it could still be held in the trust, but you're obligated to fill out a transfer disclosure statement and a seller property questionnaire and answer a myriad of questions about the condition of the house. Most successor trustees haven't lived in the house and therefore are exempt from providing the buyer with a transfer disclosure statement and a seller property questionnaire. Before hiring an agent, a trustee must notify the beneficiaries and provide them with a copy of the trust. Beneficiaries have a right to know what's going on with the trust, was it modified, and how are the assets going to be administered during this process. So it's important to have an attorney review the trust documents because within the trust documents themselves, it names who the successor trustee is, who has the right to convey title. And in addition to that, you'll need an affidavit of death and a certified copy of the death certificate. And once you have all those ducks in a row, then you're ready to proceed. And now it's time to hire a realtor. And it's important that you hire a realtor that knows what they're doing because a real estate agent that understands the trust sale process is going to help you manage the sale efficiently, helps you understand your legal obligations under the sale, and can maximize the benefits for the beneficiaries. So because a home is real property, it has a tremendous amount of value. A trustee's job is to evaluate the asset itself and maximize the value of that asset for the benefit of the beneficiaries. So it's important to get an investment analysis. Do I sell the house as is, or do I make some investments in the property to maximize its value and increase the return to the beneficiaries? So the decision on whether or not to invest capital is situational. Sometimes we have a single beneficiary who gets all of the sale proceeds, and there's a granddaughter and there's college that needs to be paid for. And so situations like that, it makes a lot of sense to invest in the property before sale. Alternatively, sometimes there are multiple beneficiaries, there's a lot going on, there are other needs that are taking priority, and it's better to sell the house as is. So let's say you are going to invest capital in the real estate and get it ready for sale. Hiring a designer who knows what they're doing, who can help pick the right paint color, floor color, lighting fixtures, and stage the property, including landscaping. All of those decisions are very important, and you want to make sure the house comes together just right so that it sells for the most money possible. So we're going to talk about the financial and the emotional benefits of getting all of the disclosures and reports done ahead of time. The goal and the objective is to maximize the sale price and ensure that the sale is going to go through timely and efficiently. So getting all the disclosures done ahead of time, getting the NHD report, the preliminary title report, the City 9A report, and having a package of documents ready before the house goes on the market keeps you in control of the contingencies and the close of the escrow. So after a trustee gets the house ready for sale, the next most important thing that they can do is to price the home fairly. The idea is not to price it at market, but it's to price it below. Because when you price the house below market, you're going to get more buyers coming to the door and you're going to get more offers on the property. And when you get more offers on the property, you have more control over the terms. You can reduce the contingencies. You can say things like the property is sold as is. It is a very important piece of the puzzle to make sure you price the home properly. So I see a lot of trust sales in the MLS where the seller is offering no credits of any kind. And I think that could be a mistake. The important part of the process here is that the seller is managing the expectations of the buyer. So you can still say a property is going to be sold as is and no credits will be given, but we want the buyer to inspect the house. We want them to complete their due diligence. And we want them, per the contract, to have the right to come back to the seller and ask for credits. When they do that, that's the opportunity for the trustee to offer the buyer a credit in exchange for all contingencies being removed and a release of liability. And that is an important part of the transaction documents. All right, so now the sale is complete and you've done a great job as a successor trustee. Now it's time for you to notify the attorney and distribute the assets to the beneficiaries. Good job. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you're a successor trustee and you want to get more information about how to be the best successor trustee possible, shoot us an email. The email's below in the description. Thanks so much for watching.